Ever since the Great Ice Age, we've had just little tiny oscillations in climate. We had what's called the medieval warm period from about 800 AD to 1200 AD, where the Vikings settled southwest Greenland and farmed, and where they grew grapes in England and other plants grew in England that don't grow today. And then from about 1200 to 1400, we had the start of what's called the Little Ice Age. And this was a dip in the temperatures, of which practically all the glaciers in the world advanced. Some of them covering up towns or parts of towns in Switzerland, for instance. And then the Little Ice Age lasted to about 1880. And then since then, glaciers have been receding steadily on the average to this present day. Now, the cause of the Little Ice Age is very likely long-term oscillations on the sun that we can correlate with long-term sunspot cycles. For instance, at the peak of the Little Ice Age, it was during what's called the Maunder Minimum, which was about an 80-year period of around 1700 where there were hardly any sunspots. And the way it works is the fewer the sunspots, the cooler the climate. There's a strong correlation. So, and we've been observing sunspots since 1610. So we had this Maunder Minimum where we had maybe 40 sunspots in an 80-year period when we should have had 40,000. Why? Not sure. There's forces on the sun, and this was the worst time of the Little Ice Age was during this. Superimposed on these long-term fluctuations due to the sun, we also had a lot of volcanism, and the volcanism would cause short-period coolings that would cause the glaciers to advance even faster. Then when there's little volcanism, we'd have a warm period. So the Little Ice Age is strong correlation with long-term changes on the sun. Same with the medieval warm period, is probably a period of a lot of sunspots. Since the late 1800s, we've had a lot of sunspots, and we've generally been in the warmer cycle of the sunspot cycle.